Good evening, Cougs, and welcome back. Today's Thursday, October 3rd, 2019. I'm your host, Kassidy Cato, and you're watching at UH News. To begin, on behalf of everyone here at Coug TV, we surely hope that everyone is having a successful start to their semester. Classes began a little over a month ago, and as you can guess, we have a lot to discuss. As you all know, the University of Houston is known for its amazing faculty, resourceful programs, and academics. We are also known for our skillful athletes that represents the school and the Houston community so well. So it shouldn't come as a surprise the many felt after learning about UH football's quarterback D'Eriq King's decision to sit out the rest of the football season.
Hey, I'm Adrian Romero with Cougs on the Street. Today we're going to be going around campus talking to people about their initial thoughts, reactions on the football season post D'Eriq King and Keith Corbin choosing to redshirt and then possibly come back next year in 2020. So let's go. So going back to King's and Corbin's decision to redshirt this season, possibly come back next year, what were your initial thoughts when you heard about that?
I remember seeing everybody blow up on Twitter and kind of wondering like what was going to be the next step for them, whether they were going to stay or not. But I think regardless, they have to do what's best for them at the end of the day. And as mad as we want to be about it, this is their career and this is their life.
A lot of people are going to give D'Eriq King, they're going to give him, business about it. They're going to wonder why. They're going to say it's a selfish decision. But really, D'Eriq King, we need him here at U of H. I'd rather keep him here than have him go somewhere else. And honestly, our offensive line is looking great with Max Baines, number 71, and Jack Freeman, number 75.
I feel like it was just kind of an odd timing, especially after that Tulane loss. And then obviously with the receiver following King,
Coming off, how do you feel like they can keep their season alive?
I really think that, just staying together, really, we're all here, we're all U of H students, we're all trying to improve the school and the community together. And I think if they just stick together and really grind it out, work hard in the weight room, do that extra sprint or two at the end of practice, we'll be good, baby.
We're able to bounce back and really work hard to finish out the season because it shows kind of just because we lost some players doesn't mean that they were the only players on the team.
Right, and as a fan, you're still going to come out and support the Cougars?
Always, always, always.
Oh, of course. You got to. Whether we're 12-0, 0-12, 3-6, or whatever, you got to stick with your team, man. Go Cougs.
So with the people looking pretty understanding of King's and Corbin's decision to redshirt, I know we're all looking forward to seeing what the team does next for the rest of the season. Make sure to keep up with football and everything else U of H at Coug TV. I'm Adrian Romero, and this is Cougs on the Street.
In other news, for those interested in maintaining a healthier lifestyle, the Downsizing Through Movement may be the perfect program for you. Downsizing Through Movement is an 8-week program that uses a multi-pronged approach to educate participants on how to watch their body fat percentage to a healthier range. According to the UH Fitness program, the course will offer in-depth instructions on the importance of consistency, proper nutrition, and healthy behavior. If interested, registration deadline is next Friday, October 11th. And for more information on how to register, please contact Andrew Jones, the Assistant Director of the Fitness Program, at aljones31@central.uh.edu. Yesterday, October 2nd, President Renu Couture delivered a fall address at the Moores Opera House. For those who are not able to attend or live stream the event, Couture recognized the many accomplishments the University of Houston has achieved and outlined the future goals. During her last fall address, Couture mentioned the University of Houston jumped 21 places in just 1 year on the U.S. News and World Report ranking. Now, a year later, the University of Houston is still highly ranked as one of the top schools in the nation. The address was accompanied with performances by the concert chorale from the Moore School of Music. If you would like a recap or would like to watch the entire address again, you can do so by going to the uh.edu webpage.
Hey Cougs, Alexandra Grantt here with @UH News. On September 22nd, UH Chancellor Renu Couture posted photos on her Instagram and Twitter, which garnered much attention from the UH community. The pictures showed Couture and the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who was visiting Houston for the Howdy Modi event, a summit hosted by the Texas India Forum at NRG Stadium. Many students commented on the photos, some with support but most with disapprobation. This is due to recent events in the North Indian state of Kashmir, including Modi's government's revocation of the special status of Kashmir as an autonomous state, and the lockdown and communication blackout imposed in the Kashmiri Valley since August 5th. In an attempt to raise awareness, on September 26, 9 student organizations, including the Muslim Student Association and the Pakistani Student Association, hosted an educational panel titled Beyond Nationalism, What's Happening in Kashmir. According to attendees, arguments and disruptions broke out from several members of the audience. Wasik Javed, one of the liaisons between the organizers and speakers, helped pacify the audience when things got out of hand. Javed assured the disruptors that the purpose of the event was to educate about the crisis in Kashmir and that the organizers respected that some attendees may have different viewpoints. Eventually, UHPD was called and audience members who continued to disrupt the event were escorted out. Mishal Siddiqui, organizer and president of the Muslim Student Association, shared her comment with us about Couture's photos and the panel. Siddiqui expressed disappointment in Couture, stating that as someone that claims to represent diversity and inclusion, her photos were contradictory to those values. Siddiqui said, quote, "I was shocked. She's not getting funding from the Indian government, so there's no advantage for her in that besides personal support for him, so I think that it's sad," end quote. Siddiqui was also disheartened by the attendees that disrupted the event, stating that they used inflammatory, offensive language. Arun Mahadev, an attendee of the event and a self-proclaimed concerned Hindu student, to the contrary expressed sympathy towards the disruptors, as well as towards Couture. Referencing the disruptors, he stated that, quote, "What was said by the speakers got to their hearts so quickly, they reacted, and then security was called. Obviously, these people are agitated, they've lived through this," end quote. Mahadev came to the defense of Couture's photos, commenting that, quote, "She is a leader in the community, and Modi is also a leader in the community. When a head of state comes to your town as a representative of your community, it's always the right thing to be welcoming," end quote. Mahadev, who expressed that he went to the event with the intent to research, was amongst attendees who felt that the panel was not entirely objective and fact-based, and that the situation in Kashmir is much more complex than depicted. In response to those who questioned the credibility of the educational panel, Javed commented that each of the speakers was reputable and had either lived in Kashmir or directly experienced the effects of the events in the region. Much like Javed, Mahadev encourages anyone interested in understanding the situation in Kashmir to do their independent research and get educated on what's going on. And despite the discord, both parties agree that they wish for peace and prosperity in Kashmir. Thanks. I'm Alexandra Grantt. Back to you, Kassidy.
For those interested in law or simply want a better understanding of their rights as a citizen, come out this upcoming Saturday, October 5th, for the People's Law School event. The People's Law School is a free program which focuses on sharing information with the public on their legal rights. Even if you simply have questions concerning legal topics, this is a perfect opportunity to have your questions answered. The event will take place from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. in the University of Houston Law Center. If interested in attending, you can register by going to law.uh.edu. And that is all for this week, Cougs. Be sure to tune in every Thursday for our weekly newscast. Also, make sure you're following us at Coug TV on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and CougTV.com to stay informed about events around campus. This has been Kassidy Cato for Coug TV, your school, your story at UH.